And we're back. It's Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger, and after nearly 6 months, I finally got my second box, which means now I'm up to issues 5. So I've got now 1 and 2 with the first box, and 3, 4, and 5 with this second one. And yeah, I tell you what, I'm kind of not happy that it took nearly 6 months before I actually got my second box. So if anyone from Fan Home is actually watching this and listening to this, can I have my next one, please? Preferably a little bit sooner than 6 months, otherwise this is going to take years. But I'm happy that I got it, and I started to put it together pretty much straight away. I was actually working at this late at night, and the finished product you'll see at the end of the video, so if you do stick around. And well, do you know what, we might as well let's talk about a bit of an elephant in the room that's been coming up over the past few months. Obviously, the potential new series or reboot of Power Rangers. Now, if I'm honest, I'm excited about it, and to me, I don't care whether it's a reboot or whether it's a new series, because let's face it, throughout the history of Power Rangers, how many of the TV shows have actually been a proper reboot? At least what that word actually means. Because, a lot of the times these days, reboots don't actually seem to be reboots. 2005, Doctor Who came out as a reboot, but it wasn't a reboot. It was a continuation of the original series. It's just the producers decided to slap it with season 1. And they've done the same as well, beginning with Ncuti Gatwa's new series. They've slapped season 1 on it, calling it a reboot. It's not a reboot. It's a continuation. The only actual official reboots in Power Rangers is RPM and Dino Charge. And the first movie back in 97 and the 2016 movie. They're the only actual reboots. The rest have been a continuation of a series. You can't even really call RPM and Dino Charge even a reboot, because they do continue the series, just in an alternate dimension. So, what is a reboot these days? I think it's just a word they like to slap onto new series to make people go, oh, do you know what? Let's watch this because it's going to be a new experience. It's not anymore. The word reboot doesn't mean what it means anymore. But, as you can see, as I've been whittling along, we've managed to put together the Megazord head there. Now, this was fiddly. It really was. And I don't think I've even actually got it 100% right, because I can't seem to turn it on. The on button doesn't seem to work right. And I've taken it apart and put it back together. This is actually the third time I put it together. I kid you not. I mean, of course I edited this video down, so you didn't see me putting it together how long it actually took me. But yeah, I put it together about 3 or 4 times, and I've not got the on button to work properly. And that last screw that you see at the end, where it goes down the tube, it's like, Christ, that was difficult to do. That really was. And obviously this is the next part, which is the saber-toothed tiger head, and this was relatively easy to put together, to be honest. It's only a few parts, and yeah, I mean, besides putting the head together, this one is just pretty much just starting the saber-toothed tiger head. And we get a nice remote control as well. I'm kind of excited to see what the remote control does. I mean, we haven't got any indication what it's going to do at the moment, but I look forward to it and hope to see what it does. Never know, it might actually allow me to turn it on. I don't actually know. But we start to finish that, and I did miss one part that you don't actually see me put on here, which was the ear of the saber-toothed tiger. I was left with a tiny piece, and I was trying to work out where the hell it went. Took me a good 20 minutes to work it out, and when I finally did, it's just a push into the ear, so it has a black ear. But there we go, we're getting all the electronics in there as well now, and I think this is going to be brilliant. It really is. And I mean, despite the fact that, like I say, it took me 6 months to get this, I'm very happy with the results. So there you go, there it is. The pterodactyl shield, the saber-toothed tiger head, and the Megazord head. Can't wait for the next one. Stay tuned.